What's up, everybody? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 2. Are you guys ready for another season of wasting our time? Because I'm ready. Are you ready? Say it with me now. As we say every season, this is just entertainment. We are not going to get worked up. We are not going to get riled up. This is all for what? Entertainment. Okay? Y'all remind me. So anyway, you guys, if you got to watch my last video, then you probably are up to date on what's going on and know I've been gone, whatever. But if you didn't watch it, just watch like the beginning of it and that'll catch you up enough. You don't have to watch the whole thing unless you want to. Also, I wanted to say before I started the video, if you want me to review some other stuff, I have no problem with you suggesting it at the bottom, because right now all I'm reviewing is Ready to Love. But just keep in mind that I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. This setup is all about to change because I am going to be on some orders for a little while in another location. And so, yeah, I'm not really sure what the work is going to be like for me. So it all just kind of depends on that. But please suggest anything that you would like to see. Also keep in mind, I normally only review first season shows. And that's because usually everybody else is already reviewing stuff that has been on for season after season. But if, suggest it and we'll see. That's all I can say is we will see. So, yeah, let's get to the business, honey. I got my notes. Oh, did y'all see that Shea and Mike from Put a Ring on It, they got married a couple of days ago? I went on her Instagram, and I must say, you guys, they look really good together. They are a good-looking couple. The wedding looked like it was a lot of fun. I don't know if both of them are Nigerian or just one of them. I know we had our problems, mainly with Shea. Oh, Lord. But I do want to say that Shea is proof that if you just be yourself, somebody gonna like it, because Shea ran off on Mike not one but 2 times in the relationship. And she even says it on her Instagram post, and he still decided to marry her. So there's that. That's all I got to say. But let's move forward. Y'all can go check her Instagram out. They look really cute together, I will say that. Okay, so I'm gonna take it almost person by person. I'm sure I'm gonna forget somebody. That is the worst part of doing like the beginning of Ready to Love, because there's so many people that you have to try to remember. But I'm gonna try to remember people like in the order that they appeared on the screen. And if there was something significant happening, then I'm gonna talk about it. And then at the very end of the review is when I'm gonna go over the connections. Right? What y'all think the word gonna be? Is it the journey, the connections? We don't know yet. Okay, but right now we just saying connections. It's always a new word every season. All right. So one of the first people to arrive is Sabrina. Sabrina is Korean and Black. Also to arrive on the scene right before her, I believe it was Tyrone. And then I also believe Walter and then Aisha. I think they were some of the first people at the mixer. So Sabrina is a beauty, and of course the men notice. Just about all of the men notice, and she is a very beautiful woman. You can tell that this season we are dealing with folks that is grown. One, because just about everybody got a job. I feel like I'm yelling at y'all. I'm sorry. It's the coffee. It's the coffee. It's trying to waste. Let me calm down. Okay, let me calm down. But you can tell everybody this season is grown, because A, just about everybody got a real job, just about, and B, because of the names. Child, I don't think I know a Walter. I don't know a Walter under the age of 30 for sure. And as far as a Sabrina, I'm gonna give it around 40. Only Sabrina that I still know right now is my cousin, who is passed on, God rest her soul. She died in her 40s some years back, had a battle with cancer. Gosh, we miss her so much, but fought like a champ. Breast cancer 2 times, 3rd time developed leukemia. She actually had the gene. That's rare in a lot of people, but she actually had that gene. Oh man. But yeah, Sabrina's a great name. She's one of the best people I ever knew. So I'm pretty sure this Sabrina is great as well. she's talking to the group, she's talking to Tyrone. And y'all, Tyrone said that he became a man in Korea. So he has a special connection with Korea. And I guess he was going to try to work his connection in with Sabrina on the Korean tip, since she half black and half Korean. Y'all, why he tell her he know a song that he learned in Korea? And he belted out a little bit of it for us. Now, y'all, I don't remember exactly how the words went, but I just know he was like, Nam chom, nama, 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 say yo. I said, no, Tyrone. I said, you better find something in common. But it was a fail, y'all, because my sis Sabrina, I guess she don't know no Korean, because she was looking at him like this. No. And he said, oh no. She said, yeah, I don't really know any. I said, well, girl, you was the one running around here acting like you was in touch with all your Korean roots. You felt like that was the first thing you had to tell us. Meanwhile, when Tyrone built out the tune, you wasn't even ready, okay? Nom chom. I'm sorry. Let me get it together, you guys. I shouldn't have had this coffee. We 6 minutes in and I'm already behind. Okay, next. Aisha. Now, y'all, Aisha, I don't know if I want to say it. I think Naisha is pretty. I really want to call her Nemo because she kind of looked like the little fish. You guys remember on Finding Nemo? I don't know what fish it was, but she just got that face. It's like, it's fish-like, but it's pretty to me still. And then like her lips just kind of, she just look like the little bubble fish. But anyway, I think she's cute. Aisha ends up talking to Frank when he comes in. Okay, so all of the ladies are instantly swooning over Frank's voice. He has this very, very deep, I can't do it, but he has a very deep, illustrious voice, and Frank is definitely looking for a real thing. So he says he is looking for a woman who is beautiful, and he would like to be her arm candy as well. I said, okay, Frank, I like that. Keep yourself together. Then we have, is it Tissia or Tissia? I think it's Tissia, who is from Chicago. When she comes in, she tells us that she can go toe to toe with anybody and she can swing if she needs to swing. And I'm just wondering why, baby? What you swinging for? This is Ready to Love. We here to love, not fight. This ain't the Bad Girls Club, but she lets us know if need be, she can go toe to toe with somebody. And it sounds like she has a country accent, but she says that is actually a Chicago accent. So who knew? Chicagoans? Is that how you say it? Y'all let me know. Do y'all have an accent like how she sounded? Because it definitely did sound a little country. She lets us know that she is looking to be pursued and wants to be treated as the prize. She feels she is the prize. And I instantly cringed. And it's not because I disagree. It is not because I disagree. It is because if you watch my last video, then you know. I don't know, like it's just certain terms that are going on and going around these days that I'm just so sick of hearing, because every time I hear them, it doesn't work up anything good in me. I already know that it's like, it's just certain terms. I'll just put it like that. But I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just so tired of some of these things. Anyway, let's see who else I have on my list. Tissia, Sabrina, Frank, Aisha. Oh, I forgot to mention that Aisha is divorced. She's been divorced 3 or 4 years. And she does have 2 teenagers. So, and we actually learned that in the casting special as well. Next up on the screen, we have Courtney, or should I say Courtney go braless? Because baby Courtney ain't gonna put no bra on when she comes in. She got her Leo hair. She got her Leo necklace. They even do the little lion sound when she comes up in her confessionals, which was cute. And if she is anything like the Leo women I know, then she probably is very much a handful. Y'all know my mama is a Leo. and I have some Leo friends, and you got to be ready for these Leo women. All right, you ain't, baby. You better have two hands, because they are definitely a handful. Shout out to my Leos, though. Y'all know how I feel about you. She ends up having a conversation with Corey, who is next on our screen. Y'all, that Corey, he is something special, lady. So Corey get up there, and you kind of just think he's just this nice, suave guy. You know, Courtney says she loves the tall chocolate. Chocolate's another trigger for me. Y'all know that's another trigger word for me. And he says that he is just addicted to tall women. So when he saw her, you know, that was everything for him. It's all about the energy for Corey. And it seems he likes more energy than not. So he sits down and he's having a conversation with Courtney, and you kind of get in your mind that, oh, maybe he's just the type of guy that likes to go for what he wants. Like, why waste time? Let me just go for what I want. And so he gets her number because he says he wants to take her out on a date. Okay, cool. That's cool. But later on, not only does Corey get Courtney's number, but he goes on over to 1, 2, 3, 4 other ladies, and he wants to make sure he gets their number as well. And we later find out that the conversation that Corey is having with everybody is the same. But we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of this video. So then we have Nephew Tommy come in. Y'all know he be on his Tyler Perry tip every time he come in the room. He just, what's up, DC? Oh, are y'all ready to? I'll just be like, child, just come on, Tommy. We ain't even got to do all that. And they just be like, child, it's Nephew Tommy. But I understand. He the host of the show. So, you know, they hyping him up. Now, what happened to Jacqueline? Is Jacqueline not going to be there no more? She didn't make the splash that we was hoping she would make in the last season, huh? Because she really didn't do nothing. I thought that she was going to be helping the ladies out, child. A lot of times she was just coming up there with a blonde swoop and just sitting there just like the rest of us. I said, child, I could have done this. So, no Jacqueline on this episode. But we got Nephew Tommy letting us know that 2 people are going to be going home. And I'm just like, why? I mean, do they not see us complaining in the comment section? We don't like when people go home at the beginning of the season. I know y'all got a budget and whatnot, but people don't get to really put their best foot forward in just one meet and greet. I think that they should be at least allowed to go on one date before they start eliminating people. But at least this time it's going to be 1 man and 1 woman that's going to be eliminated first. So at least it's balanced, but I don't know. I just don't agree with people going home on the first or second. Yeah, on the first night. I just don't agree with that, but here we are again. So then we have Carrington, who is a cutie. He's a cute guy. But something tells me that Carrington is going to fold under the pressure of this show. He doesn't seem to like, and granted, I think Tessia, I don't think I'm saying her name right. I understand that she seems to be like, you know, when she wants to get to know you, she is going to get to know you. She's going to ask a lot of questions. But to me, Carrington seemed fairly uncomfortable. I don't know, with certain, it's just something about him. He just seems like did anybody else, y'all know what I'm saying? It just seems like he might not be completely ready to open up. And I don't know how this experience is going to be for him. He almost seemed uncomfortable with the fact that somebody was asking him questions, but maybe it was just the way she was coming off. I don't know. It's just something about Carrington where I'm not really sure if this is the show for him. He just seems uncomfortable, but we're going to see. Gosh, there's so many people. Next, Camille. Now, first of all, let me just say, Camille caught my eye from the very beginning when they showed the casting special. I thought she was really cute. I liked her personality. However, I hate to say it, but y'all, I am starting to wonder if Camille is going to give us a little dose of the Denise level of crazy. Now, I don't have no proof of that, but it's just something about the way that she talks, and then like her mannerism when she was like, my name's Camille and it's with a K. I was just like, did she short circuit when she told him it was with a K? But she was having a conversation with Cornelius. She's already claimed Cornelius as her boo. Okay. Camille also let us know in the casting special that I think she's been engaged 3 times. Now, baby, you can say what you want. Now, she might be a little dose of crazy. Actually, if we find out she is crazy, that will help me understand why there were 3 engagements. Because y'all know them crazy women be the ones with the best. That's what I heard. That is what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's just what I heard, if you know what I mean. But she's very beautiful. Body is completely snatched. She's a good looking woman. But she says she's been engaged 3 times, and it seems like, nothing came to fruition on her accord and on her decision when it came to those engagements. And either way, child, ain't nobody proposed to me 3 times. So she had to have done something, but ain't quite made it down the aisle yet. I wonder if she had some commitment issues or showed her crazy before the wedding day. But she's laid claim to Cornelius, who seems like a nice guy. I'm going to reserve some other thoughts I have about Cornelius, and I'm going to just wait a couple more episodes because I don't want to tick nobody off. But I saw something. Y'all can let me know in the comments if we thinking the same thing. But he's a country boy at heart. He is looking to settle down. He is definitely ready to start a family. He seems wholesome. He seems wholesome for now. Let's see who else I got on my list. Libba. Now, Libba said that she got married when she was 19 and then she was divorced by year 20. Does she mean 20 years of age, or was she married for 20 years? It sounded to me like she might have been married for 20 years because she said she was rusty at dating. So she might just now be getting out on the dating scene, perhaps. Were any of y'all married that young? Anybody in the comments married before the age of 21? I would like to hear from y'all and how that went for you. And if you're still married now. I'm just always interested in stuff like that. Because I remember how I was at 18 and I'm just like, whew. Man, imagine if I would have got married around that age. But I know that 18, at certain eras in time was different than the 18-year-old of today, or even the 18-year-old 10 years ago. But anyway, divorced at year 20, she said. She said that she is looking for somebody to hold it down. Okay, that's Libba. Carrington seemed to like Libba and like the conversation he had with Libba. But according to Carrington, he got to know more. He got to know what level. What does she like? What does she value? And I said, well, you got a whole bunch of questions for somebody that was uncomfortable answering questions earlier, but okay. All right, Carrington, we're going to keep our eye on that. Then there's Lamont, and God bless him. Y'all, God bless Lamont. I really felt bad for bruh. As soon as he came up on the screen and he was doing that rocking while he was talking, I was just like, oh no. He nervous. This show, if you are not even like a slightly extroverted person, this show is probably so difficult to be on. I don't think I could ever be on a dating show because I know y'all probably think I do because I do well on this, but I do not have the personality for something like that. So he's rocking back and forth while he's having a conversation with, who was it? Shiloh. Him and Shiloh are talking. And Shiloh is, they're kind of relating on a level of self-care and learning yourself and doing healing work, because we find out that Shiloh is an intimacy coach. She realized that there were some things about herself that she needed to work on and address and kind of get in touch with her core self. And once she realized that she had to work with herself on some of her intimacy issues, she set out on the path to help other people relate better to themselves and each other, and became an intimacy coach, which is, I think, is cool. A lot of people think sex and intimacy are one and the same, and they are not. And, I think it's cool to get people to help people with that and to help people open up. So that seems to be a cool thing. Lamont says that he has been single for about 7 years. he admits that the issue for the most part has been him. So I like that he's able to have that self-reflection. He says that he's pretty much been around his boys for a while, and he's been lonely, and he's just ready for something else. And when I heard him say that, it reminded me of something that I often say about guys, and it's kind of a soft spot that I have, and I actually feel sorry for guys in this predicament. But I feel like as a woman, I have so many networks that I can go to and be comforted and be loved and be nurtured and not have to feel like I'm by myself. And I don't always feel like men have those same avenues, and the avenues where they could have them and the spaces where they could do that. It's a lot of unproductive things going on, and a lot of talk about women, which defeats the purpose. Like, child, I came over here because I got other problems. I don't want to talk about them right now. So I just wish that there were more spaces like that for them. I actually found this YouTube channel of this guy today. I was looking for his name. But I just thought it was some awesome content. I'll talk about it later, but some real good content if the men are looking for something to watch that's outside of the normal content that goes on YouTube. Solid brother, solid dude. I'm going to try to find him before I finish this video so that I can tell you guys who it is. Hold on, let me find it. FD Signifier, that's his name. Yeah. FD Signifier. I watched some of his content today. It was pretty cool. Different, outside of the norm of what you normally see. So good space to go to, gentlemen, if you're looking for something a little bit different. And ladies too, if you want to check them out. So anyway, moving forward. Lamont is having a conversation with Aisha, y'all. And at first I thought they was going to do good, right? I thought her and Lamont were going, kick something off. It seemed like it was going real well. The conversation was real nice. They both talk about how they tend to overthink, and somehow after they talk about what their employment is, what their career is, Lamont says not only do he do the cyber security account management, but he also is good with his pen. Y'all, I'm already laughing. And by his pen, he means I does a little bit of the spoken word. And I said, Lord have mercy, Lamont. Whatever you do, Lamont, please do not try to drop a bar like Tyrone did in the beginning of the episode. But that's exactly what Lamont did. So, y'all, I'm trying to see if I wrote it down. Oh my gosh. I did not write it down. But, y'all, he gets to talking about some stimulation and conversation. And she understands, my I can't even get it out. Y'all, what did he say about his penis? Did he say? I felt bad for him, y'all. I felt bad because I knew that he had probably blown his chances with Aisha, and he definitely did. Aisha was looking at him like, excuse me, I'm sitting here having a serious conversation with you, and all of a sudden you want to start dropping your bars. I don't really like that. So after that, the connection that Aisha and Lamont could have had, it was all out the window. My conversation and my stimulation, and she understands that I just want to have. I was just like, Lord, why didn't somebody tell him that this was a bad idea? Abort mission. All right. So then we move into Walter, who a lot of the ladies like. Tessia ends up asking him some questions about why he's still single. Now, this is a good example of don't let your lips move too fast, because she like, oh, well, why you single? You crazy or something? You must be crazy. And I said, see, we always be talking too doggone much, because that's when Walter reveals that he was engaged, helped put his fiance through law school. They had just got married. They were about to start working on having children when they discovered she had a mass on her ovary, and she went to have that removed, and she did not make it out of surgery. Now, I don't know. I kind of wonder if, was it a cyst that she had, or was it some type of cancer? I just wonder. Yeah, I don't know. It was just sad. That's all I can say. It was just very sad. He said that resulted in a lot of self-destructive behavior for him, I'm sure. Walter is 46. I'm unsure if he really wants children or not, because in some conversations with women, he was saying he was cool with it. But I'm not saying that he should have went on and had them. I'm just saying at 46, and yes, I know that your sperm can still function and you can still make babies, but let's not act like there are not certain risks associated with a higher paternal age of procreating. There actually are risks associated with it. If you did not know, the cerebral palsy rate goes up and the autism rate goes up exponentially when the father is older as well. So I just, I don't know if he's taking those things into account or not, but yeah, I mean, he can still do it. He can still do it, child. Jay-Z, how old was he when Beyonce had these last ones? So it could definitely still be done. But just kind of the way he said, like he was open to it with one of the other ladies, I just didn't really feel it from Walter, but I'm not really sure. We'll just have to see as the episodes go on. Now let's talk about some of the actual connections. Oh, and lastly, Naeem and Zadia have a conversation, but I really they did not stand out to me, either one of them. Even though I do think they're both good looking people, it wasn't too much going on. So some of the stronger connections that happened, Lamont and Aisha are out the window. I had them written down. Walter and Sabrina did have a moment where they both shared how they were their parents' caretakers, and how taxing it can be, and how sometimes you don't have anybody that you can relate to or talk to about it. Sabrina ends up shedding some tears, to which she is surprised that she was even able to do that, because normally she doesn't open up to people like that. And while I was touched by it, and I was glad that they had that moment, you guys know we've talked about people kind of relating to each other based on a struggle that they're going through when it comes to Ready to Love. So I don't want them to end up in that place, but it is good to understand common experiences. I get that. I was also a little concerned at the fact that she began to cry like that. Now, Walter was a gentleman. He was a gentleman, but hold it, because what Sabrina did actually relates to what happened in another connection. So Shiloh and Dante. Now, these two hit it off. They both talk about their Trinidadian, I think I said it right, background, and their families. And so they connect on that level. But then Shiloh begins to share more about her intimacy coaching, more about things that she had to work on within herself, how she had discovered that she had an anxious attachment style. She talked about her parents' divorce and how that played on her having an anxious attachment style. And then she talks about some other things. Now, she didn't get emotional or anything. And Dante did ask her a few more questions, and she also was glad that she was able to open up to him, and she felt like they had something special because she was able to connect. Y'all can tell me what you guys think, but I think that vulnerability is definitely a superpower, and it's definitely something that's good. But I believe that there is a risk in becoming vulnerable with a person too soon. And I only say that because I have had this happen to me twice. And this is why I think it's important and you would think Shiloh being like kind of in that realm that she would do this, but I don't know. Maybe that's her way of connecting with people. But I think we have to be very careful in dating situations with being vulnerable too early, because you never know if that person is going to take that and say, hey, it makes me want to know more about you, or take that and say, hey, let me learn you and study you so that I can use your vulnerability against you later. And it's sad to think that somebody would do that, but you got to keep your I hate to use the word guards, but you have to have certain boundaries in dating until you feel like you can open up to that person completely. And usually, most of the time, it's not when you first meet them. So I don't know. I was just a little uncomfortable a little bit with Sabrina's tears, and I was a little bit uncomfortable with the amount of information that Shiloh was releasing with Dante, because I just think there's a time where all of that stuff needs to trickle out. But y'all let me know what you guys think. And I honestly think Sabrina, I just don't think she could even help it. Like, them tears hit her before she knew it. So y'all just let me know what y'all think about the whole vulnerability thing. Or do you think like maybe I'm just being too hard? And it's okay to show your vulnerable side early. I've just had bad experiences. I can accept that. I can receive it. Okay, so let me hurry up because I'm already been on for 30 minutes. All right. So at the end, what ends up happening is we got to find out who's in the bottom. Now, we know that Camille, a lot of the men like Sabrina, Camille, Courtney. A lot of the women like Walter, Cornelius. Who is Cornelius? Oh, I was about to say, who is Cornelius? But who ends up at the bottom ends up being Tissia and Liva and Corey and Lamont. And y'all, when they said Lamont was going home, I looked at my TV and said, I know you lying. I hate when Ready to Love does this. Corey should have went home. I hate when y'all keep people for ratings, because I know good and full well just about every woman there probably said he needed to go home because they was through with him for cut, copying, and pasting the same conversation to all of them. Why is he still there? Producers, explain. Then you had Lamont that was leave. Oh, I already said Lamont. Then you had Liva, who was the next on the chopping block to go. And I felt bad for her, but you know, the fellas just felt like she was a little scattered and, you know, she wasn't the one. So I don't know. And y'all see that doggone Tissia, she was shocked that she was even on the chopping block. I said, I don't know why. You running around there like it's a job interview. But y'all can let me know what y'all thought about the rest of the episode. I'm pretty sure I left some stuff out, even though this review is long. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.